this is Adam with X-Laser, here to give you a quick overview of the Mercury basic builder using GrandMA. So in our GrandMA interface, you'll see that here I've got 4 basic builders patched. The way that the Mercury control system is laid out is that you get one master, which sets your overall size and position that the laser just cannot go outside of. Then you also have between 1 and 6 builders. In this particular case, I've got 4 builders patched. And it's not like a special profile or anything, I just patched them as being 4 separate fixtures in my patch here. You'll see that we have a fixture and a sub-fixture. In the basic builder, the fixture is where you do gobo, zoom, pan tilt, color mode, all that good stuff. The sub-fixture is solely for the second RGB color set. So if I go ahead and select one of our basic builders here, you'll see that we have just basic dimmer. Go ahead and put that at full. You'll see that we have position. This is in here as just pan and tilt. 16-bit pan and tilt, so you can go ahead and enjoy all your effects generators, all that good stuff. We have a rotate. Let me change the gobo real quick just so you can see the rotate a little better. So we have a static rotation. If I rotate this, it just sort of stays there. And we have a couple of dynamic rotations. So I can go ahead and put in a forward spin of that speed. If I so choose, we can go ahead and do a reverse spin of a much higher speed, or I can go ahead and just do right there. A little hypnotizing with the spiral there. On top of that, we then in focus, we've got zoom on both the X and Y axes. See, I can crush that there, and I can crush that there. I can actually even invert it on itself in either direction. The Mercury menu is where we put anything that's not really particularly well suited towards any of the other controls here. So in this case, we have the image tab, where we select our page and pattern for our gobos. There are over 450 gobos built into the Mercury control system. We also have color effects, which I'll get back to in a moment. Prism modes, so I can go ahead and select a 3x triangular prism here. One of the really cool things about our prism modes is that we can actually go ahead and do the spacing on both the x-axis and the y-axis. We can also do a rotation on the individual facets of the prism. One of the really fun things that we can do is motion effects. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull up a gobo that I know shows the motion effects pretty well. Everyone loves liquid skies. So we have a number of different motion effects that are really meant for specifically doing liquid sky style effects. So you end up with really nice smooth waves, you end up with sort of jarring waves. You can do these fun ramp waves, all kinds of cool stuff. One of the cool things is that we also get direct control over both the speed and size of these waves. So I can go nice and slow or fast, and I can also make it much larger and much smaller. And of course, all of these effects can be tied into the effects generator built into the console. One of the fun things we can do is color effects. So I'll go ahead and choose a gobo that I know works pretty well for this. So our color effects are pretty cool. In here, I'll go ahead and select a color of sort of an orange. So I'll do 100% red, 15% green. You'll see that didn't change our color output whatsoever. That's because we need to choose a color effect. So the first color effect is just a basic overall just override. Then all the subsequent color effects are fun things that we can do using the sub-fixture here. So if I go to the sub-fixture, and then in this sub-fixture I go ahead and select a 100% blue, and we'll throw 15% green in there to make it a little cyan. Now we've got this nice orange and cyan mix. If I go back into our primary fixture here, I can start going through some of our color modes. You can see that we're able to do hard gradients, medium gradients, soft gradients, radial gradients, also in hard, medium, and soft again. See that we have some nice linear band effects. We also have some radial band effects. All kinds of different color options, including rainbows, radial rainbows. Crazy stuff. One of the really cool things you can do is actually, using the effects generator in the console, move the gradients around and have them do shifts, things like that. So one of the really neat things about being able to use multiple builders, you can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 builders selected here, is that we can go ahead and treat them each as separate fixtures. So it allows us to go ahead and do, like, we'll set this for 50% size so you can see it a little easier. We can now do align. Now in position, align. I can go ahead and adjust our pan to fan them out just like any other fixture. We can adjust our tilt, and align, adjust our tilt. We can actually even change the gobo of each one. We can also change the color of each one. And we can apply our normal, like, pan tilt kind of effects. I can go ahead and do something like this tilt saw here. Go ahead and add a gobo rotate to that too. So each one of these builders is able to do all of the stuff that you saw in the first part of this video. It allows you some really cool dynamic effects by layering these builders with each other and having them do different interesting things. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.